Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to lesson number 3. I hope that you have properly digested lesson number 1 and 2 and you have practiced what we have taught you in the first two lessons. Today, we would be talking about the pronunciation of soft and whistling letters. We are going to identify the letters and we are going to practice the pronunciation. So, without wasting any time, let's jump into the lesson. Yes, so today we will be talking about soft and whistling letters. As we talked about in the last lesson, we talked about the bold letters. Similar to bold letters, we have some letters that are pronounced very softly. There are some letters that have that a little whistle sound when you pronounce them. So we are going to learn the soft and the whistling letters in today's lecture. And the best way to memorize these differences is to listen to the famous imams who have crystal clear recitation. So before we begin the lesson and learn about the softly pronounced letters, I want you to first look at this picture. So when you're pronouncing the soft letters, what you're going to do is you are going to touch your tongue to the upper part of your teeth. By doing that, you would be able to recite the softly pronounced letters very easily. So for example, if you have the letter tha, you can pronounce it very easily by touching the tongue to the upper teeth. So let's try pronouncing it. Tha. Tha. Touch the tongue, the tip of your tongue, to the upper part of your teeth. Dhal, 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 va, va. So we have these three letters that are pronounced very softly. So when you pronounce these letters, you have to make sure that the sound is, there's no whistling sound in it, there's no sharpness in the pronunciation. It's very soft. Tha, va, dhal. Now let's talk about the whistling letters. So first we have za, za. So you see this za, za. It has the sharp and whistling sound. Seen, seen. Sad, sad, sad. So we have these three letters. These three letters. Let's recap the three letters together. So we have three whistling letters and we also have three softly pronounced letters. What are the three whistling letters? We have za, sin, sad. And if you remember, sad is also the bold letter that we learned in the last lesson. And we also have these softly pronounced letters. Now, having said that, if you notice, we have these three letters. Tha, sin, sad. Now, if you notice, all these three letters have the sound similar to S. So we are going to explore the difference. Tha, this is pronounced softly. There is no sharpness, there is no boldness in the pronunciation. Sin, this has whistling sound. It is not pronounced softly. And then we have sad. This has whistling sound and is also pronounced bold. So you have to make sure that you remember the differences. Tha, sin, sad. Tha, pronounced softly. Then we have seen, only has whistling sound. Sad, whistling sound, plus it is also pronounced bold. So you have to remember these differences. Now let's look at these three letters. They all have the sound of Z. So the difference, we have dhal, softly pronounced. Va, softly pronounced, but it is also bold. And we have za, za. This za, it has a whistling sound. So you have to remember the difference when you're reciting. Dhal, softly pronounced. Za, with whistling sound. Law. Notice, pronounced bold. So next we are going to practice, and I want you to identify both the letters, the soft and the whistling letters. Actually, let's go one step beyond and also identify the bold letters that we learned in the last lesson. So I want you to pause the video and identify these letters. Okay, so now let's start. First of all, we are going to start with qul. Qul, qaf is the bold letter. Qul. A'udhu, dhal. Dhal is the softly pronounced letter. Qul a'udhu, dhu, not zu. Dhu. Qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas. Nas. That's seen. This is the whistling letter. Malikin nas. Again, seen. Ilahin nas. Min sharril waswasil. Now this waswasil, khon, kha is the bold letter. Khonnas. Alladhi, the, dhal is the softly pronounced letter. US, seen. Wisufi, sudu. Now this sad, it has the whistling sound, plus it is also pronounced bold. Sudu, US, this only has whistling sound. Sudu, this is also bold. Sudurin nas, again whistling sound. Minal jinnati wan nas, again whistling sound. Wan nas. So practice, and practice. And inshallah, I am going to see you in the next video. Remember me in your prayers and take care of yourself. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.